So I have Jody back with us, and we're going to talk about the impact of burnout and not getting enough sleep. And so it varies from total sleep debt and partial sleep debt. So Jody's going to give us some insights in both areas of her experience of what she's seen has happened to crew members experiencing partial sleep debt, which is an accumulation of not getting enough sleep, and then total sleep debt is when you get extended periods of not having enough sleep. So if you have short-term or partial sleep debt, how it impacts you is that your blood pressure goes up, you are more inclined to get diabetes, your stress hormones increase, you're more fatigued, and it also impacts your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that regulates your emotions, as well as your ability to make decisions and your impulse control. So unfortunately, what happens is if there's inactivity in the prefrontal cortex, your relationships suffer and your ability to make better choices or better decisions are also impacted. And then total sleep debt, the chances of mortality increases. So you're more likely to get a stroke or heart attack, and this can lead to death. So over to you, Jody. What have you seen yourself happen in the industry with crew not getting enough sleep?
I've seen a number of different things. It just makes people more sluggish, unaware. They make a lot of mistakes. People get sick. I've heard of a crew member having a seizure. I've seen a few people have heart attacks. I mean, I don't know if it's linked, but it just makes me wonder from what you're saying if there is a relation. And me myself, just, when I've gone through it, I always get sick a few days into it, and I really struggle. I'm not effective. I don't have enough energy. I don't do things as effectively as I would if I was rested. Like, it just feels like you're drunk after a while and you're walking in like a daze. Just like doing one task after the other and just trying to keep your eyes open. It's not very useful, I don't think. But it's the industry. We're expected to give a very high level of service, so it's kind of hard to take breaks and rest because you just have so much on your plate that if you do, you get behind.
And it sounds like that you're unable to give that high quality service when you don't get enough sleep. So not only is it impacting you physiologically, it's also impacting your quality of work, and also it puts one's safety at risk and probably the safety of crew as well.
Yes, I agree. I've seen accidents. I mean, minor ones, nothing serious, and I think it's all sleep debt related because you just don't function well when you're going 4 months with no sleep and just 12-hour days nonstop. It affects you. I think there should be more rotation in the industry, and once you're worked a certain amount of months or weeks, that you should get rotated out because we're not robots, we're not machines, we're still people. I mean, we are the help and we're there to do the job, but still it's a safety issue. And I mean, these are boats.
Okay, so rotation is an option. And your experience as a chief stew, if you could manage people's hours or their workload so that they could get enough sleep, what would that look like? What would you do?
Have a schedule, and with the set break times, it's like your break is the same time every day, and that way you can work around and make sure you have everything done before your break, or pass it on to someone else and just have it like outlined and make sure that people are getting rest and be able to fill in and delegate to someone else so that somebody can go on a break. It's tricky, but I've been on boats where it does work. And it makes a difference when you can take that 2-hour break in the day, and it really helps you to feel more energized and better mood.
And also, I guess it impacts your choice of food because you're more likely to consume carbs and sugars when you are tired. So that's
Exactly.
also again is going to influence your insulin levels, and probably make you more lethargic as well. So the actions that you can take as crew is looking at your diet, try and eat as healthy as possible and get a lot of water and fluid into your system to stay hydrated. Exercise, also very, very important, but don't wake up half an hour early than your required time to get up for work just to exercise, because you're going to find that you're going to be more exhausted. And sleep and rest is really, really important. So maybe just look at doing little spurts of exercise as like a stress relief, or doing some yoga. Another thing is sunshine or sunlight exposure on your skin, because what that does, it changes your cholesterol into vitamin D, and it also, you have more increase in serotonin. So that's also a big plus. And then with the exercise, it releases a chemical called endorphins. Yeah, and even like getting in the ocean. So there's like grounding and earthing. So putting yourself, having a swim, walking along the beach when you can. So utilizing your breaks effectively. And we also spoke about blue light that you get from your phones. So when you can make your room as dark as possible when you're going to have your sleep, and stay away from electronics.
Yeah, I agree, because that will help you sleep much better. You don't go in the phone or the computer, and just keep the room dark and read. I find it really helpful to read before you go to put you right to sleep, and then sleep well.
It makes a difference. And also, you mentioned at one of your trips that you did that you ended up sleeping on the bathroom floor. Are you able
that was a little extreme because I was a solo stewardess, so I had to work. I couldn't take a break because there was nobody to fill in for me if I did. So it was pretty intense, and the guests stayed up late, and I just couldn't. So whenever I go to the bathroom, I would just set my timer for 3 minutes and lay down on the bathroom floor and close my eyes, because it felt so much better. I would come back with a little bit more energy, and
after 3 minutes.
And that was all I can do. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do what I can do. I have to work here, and there's nobody else but me. So
I'm going to say goodbye to Jody until we connect again. But yeah, you guys out there, let us know what you think, and we'd love to connect with you.